Welcome to Awaken with Rayania. Today, I'm very pleased to welcome beautiful guest, a movement alchemist, Catherine Truscott. Catherine,
Hello.
hi, welcome to the show, and thank you for
It's
being
so
here.
lovely to be here.
Yeah, I'm very excited to talk about, and I'm very curious about movement. So would you like to start by sharing with the audience that what you do and who you are?
Well, I think from an early age, I've always been into movement and dance. So I trained as a dancer many years ago, and then I went on to teach in schools and things. But movement never left me. It's always been really integral to everything that I do. And I've just been very, very aware that movement can move energy. Literally, it can bring energy in and it can take energy out. And that can be on the very gross sort of physical, or it can be on the subtle. And I think we're all very aware, there's 5 rhythms and there's all these different movement practices that move energy through your body so you can release density. But it's been really fascinating over the last 10 years, as I've been working with crystals, I've noticed my movement practice becoming more and more subtle. And so I've just been noticing how we can really move more into the biofield and the aura, and we can clear states of through the aura. And so we can become more tuned into the subtle realms and tune in again using movement and our subtle senses.
Yeah,
So
I can feel
it.
right. That just piqued my interest about using movement to clear our aura and to clear our biofield. And would you like to share more about that?
Yes. It's a lovely word. It is that word alchemy, and I think I've always loved that word of turning base metals into gold. And I feel like it's the same thing. We can move or bring in more and more realms of subtle light from our soul and our higher self, and clear this channel. And so it's a simultaneous activity of releasing, and as we release that kind of old energy, we can bring that new energy through all the subtle energy realms, the subtle bodies, if you like. So we become clearer conduits for our soul selves or creator selves. And this area, this auric space around us, I think it's a field of untapped possibilities, really. I mean, I think it's what we're opening up to now in these times. And I think the more we become tuned in, you can literally feel density. You kind of go, there's something that isn't quite right there. Let's move that out. So you can almost pick up things in your auric field before they manifest in the physical. You kind of get a sort of, something not right there. And you can literally, move it out. Yeah.
I have so many questions that I would like to ask about. I believe that many people in our awakening journey, like when we start awaken, or maybe some people already come with the very sensitive awareness of the energy and our aura field. And I know some people could see, some people could feel, but some people just do not have awareness of what's going on in the aura field. Maybe just more like a sense of, I feel heavy or tired. So how would you support someone who is not so trained or not so aware of what's going on in our aura? And how do we use movement to become more sensitive or become clear, to clear what is not serving us?
Okay, yes. Okay, I think I'm very much moving away from the word healing, and I know you I know you haven't mentioned that word, but it's not something I would have, you know, it's us, it's our, so I feel like we're doing that work on ourselves. And so I could quickly take you through what I've been doing lately, but the practice changes quite quickly as well. So as I evolve, the practice seems to evolve. But there's one area that I'll use as an example. So I always find moving from winter into spring quite difficult. I find it difficult on my body, actually, and my body just want that quickening of going into spring. So what I tend to do at the moment is call out the energies that is not required, that winter energy, and I might use more almost like a Tai Chi Qigong movement, and almost say and using the breath and the intention and the imagination. Those three things are just so powerful. So I might create a container with one arm, and literally bring my arm in and pull the energy out. So if I tap into the feeling of sluggishness, so I might breathe in, exhale, and pull the energy out. Inhale and complete a circle. Exhale, send that energy out. So I'm literally finding where it is in the body. So it may be even a color that I choose, and pulling it out, exhale, and then complete the circle. And then I might hold in this one, and then again pull the energy out with a different hand, and then complete the circle. And that's another thing that's been running through my field this winter, is not achieving enough. And so I want to take that feeling, that quality of not achieving, and again, exhaling it out, inhale, and complete the circle. And I'm creating a circle of this energy in front of me that's no longer required. And then I've got this energy here, and I might be just, I push it down into the earth. Inhale, drop crystalline, sparkly energy. Exhale, send the sluggish energy back down into earth. Inhale, back up. Through the nose, pause, exhale, and send it back down. So that's just a very quick example. But then I would then bring in energy that's really required. And so, for instance, like daffodils and primroses and all those bright golden colors, and that gorgeous dew crystalline energy behind you, those dewdrops. And literally you could do the same thing. So you inhale, draw the dewdrop energy into your body. Exhale and complete a circle. Inhale and pull the dewdrops. The smell of primroses and daffodils, draw the scent in, the color of the gold, and create a golden circle and infuse it with crystalline light. And you draw that, the colors, the scent, and you may want to infuse an I am statement. I am spring. I am new life. And you can then infuse. So then you've got a new ball here. Yeah, I often then like to take it into a sphere. And then this time we could take the sphere up to the source or the sun. Imagine your sphere you've just created of spring light, infuse it with the sunlight, and then draw it down through your biofield. And again, using your breath, you could exhale up and inhale to infuse and feel like you're drawing in that sparkly, sovereign, golden sunlight, spring light, primrose, dewdrop, blah, blah, blah. Wow. So that's in a very sort of simple way, I would use that. But then sometimes with that sphere that you've created, you may like to take it out into the biofield in different shapes. So for instance, you might like to move that in a torus shape through the body. So you really become a fountain of that new spring energy. or an infinity symbol. And so, I mean, there's an awful lot of options, because you can draw any vibrational essence that you want to work with. So it could be roses, and it could be sky, or water, or it's never ending. But it's just literally bringing new energy in and informing the biofield with this new energy and the new shapes that you might be interacting with. Blah blah. I've gone too much.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I can actually feel immediately my body just become warm, just doing this a very short time of this creating the circle, releasing and drawing the new energy. It's powerful. It's powerful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
There's many ways of using the circle. So the circle can be in all different ways, really.
Yeah.
And it's really a container for alchemy. And the old alchemists used to use an egg, whereas I like to use spheres or orbs or chalice or a flower even. So you get a container for the vibrational essence, really, and you use a container. So if you were going to take the energy that you create into the body, because you can also pull it in and then spiral it or tone it into the body if you want to clear out anything within your organs and things.
It's fascinating. And I feel that what comes to me when I was listening to you is that what a beautiful practice. And if it feels very potent, very powerful, even though it looks very simple movement. And what I want to share is that through the awakening journey, we tend to find teaching or practices that's very boxed, like you have to do this and that. But I get a sense of what you've developed is very much uniquely your ability, right? Like you incorporate what your unique senses are, and then you just bring through your, I would say, what excites you, the movement.
Movement does excite me. Yes.
Yeah, the movement and then the frequency and the vibration.
Yes, it's definitely.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's so funny, because over the last few years, I've tried to fit in with current trends.
Yeah.
And so I've been like, from dance, I went in to teach Pilates for a long time, and it really wasn't serving me well. And I thought, I really need to earn a living. What can I do? And I went and trained in sound healing and sound therapy and gongs and everything. And it was very useful to train in sound. But then all the time I'm being directed back to actually it's movement that is my first love, and the love that is carrying me through this process of alchemy myself. So I suppose it's rather. And so, even though you can kind of go off and train in other things and you think, this is what's required, or that's what's required, it's that deep listening to yourself and coming back to your soul light, really.
Yeah, that's very simple but very deep, because I also realized that what we are searching for, whatever we wanted to, well, we use the word ascension actually, but awakening, and actually this is the process we may be drawn to learn certain modality, like Reiki, crystal, sound healing, or aromatherapy, and I learned past life regression, and I think in the end of the day, it's the process of us refamiliarize those modalities, because I believe that we all have different lifetimes that we were trained, very diligently in mystery school, or just as a master, like in the to learn those skills. And this, I feel like this is a lifetime that we incorporate the gifts from so many lifetimes, and then to combine them to develop them into something uniquely us through the human experience in this lifetime. And so like when you were sharing, I can just feel like you had some lifetime as, you know, like Tai Chi master, Qigong master, like energy alchemist, that you work with energy, you work as a alchemist in different lifetimes. And this is the lifetime that you are now incorporate everything.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is. And I really like what you share, like this is about learning to listen to deeply to ourselves, because there lies the nudges and the clues and the signs of our soul essence and our soul blueprints, you know, our gifts and our talent and what we wish to develop. Yeah.
I'm continually always learning to come back to self. And it's even 2 weeks ago, I went completely off listening to myself, and it's an ongoing journey, that deepening into that listening presence, I think. It's powerful, because this world, we're so constantly, well, I know I'm constantly looking at YouTube's phone, Instagram, and it's just it's almost it's like coming back to self all the time, and that listening presence.
I think the challenge is that we have so many technologies, the medias, and they create great benefits for humanity, you know, in terms of connectivity, the easy access of information and knowledge. But it does somehow, I would say, you know, Facebook, Instagram, emails, and the smartphone, it just really train us to distract, train us to stay away from present moment. So and what I wanted to bring up is also because through the social media, we always see, well, we tend to see the best sides when someone else's life, you know, that particular moment they staged, when they are doing an amazing yoga pose, or they are having such a feast, or they are, you know, standing on the beach and posing this amazing life. And it somehow just so easily trigger us this feeling of, oh, and I look at my life, I'm not, you know, rich, wealthy, and famous. And that just really so disturbing, I would say, like the mind trap.
The mind trap is a big one, isn't it? And actually the awakening journey is a messy one. There may be people out there that are sailing through this awakening journey of alchemizing all their but personally it's been unbelievably messy. It still is. And well, the importance of not looking at the shiny glittery surface of Instagram and all those social media platforms.
So what would you do you have any way when you are distracted, or when you are, you know, feeling not good after you see everybody else has the shining life, and what would you do when you go into the state of not feeling good with our current reality?
So I have stopped looking at all current affairs. So that's quite important, I've realized, because that's the first big mind trap. And stop. And I think water is a huge practice for me. And just if I'm feeling sluggish or uncomfortable within, I will take in a lot of programmed water. I start and that will certainly clear out the insides. I do use tuning forks a great deal. So again, if I feel like I've gone off center too much, then I've got these lovely tuning forks and I will bring them up through the body. And breath and toning, oh my goodness. I think toning is been huge. Yeah, huge for me. And toning, again, specific shapes and colors into the body. That will shift density so quickly. And it's I've also realized how these practices can be so simple. Yeah, just so if I've gone off center, I might drink lots of water and then imagine rather than a big sphere, I might imagine a little marble and spiral a marble into the body, and it really starts to create space within me. I'm not sure that was the question you asked specifically.
No, but it's very practical. I think it's I'm drawn to ask, like, because toning, I think it's also something new, like it's at different stages. So would you like to share, like, if you feel not quite self, and how would you use toning? And you mentioned also with the geometry, sacred geometry.
Well,
the combination. I feel like I heard that.
Well, I didn't say sacred geometry, I don't think. No, I said spiral.
Spiral, okay.
Yes. So the spiral, which is interesting because it ties in with water, because water, naturally forms a vortex. And it was during Brooklyn's breathwork that it came very clearly that if I could visualize a spiral going into my body, I would be clearing, and I couldn't do it for a long time. For weeks, I couldn't create a spiral with my imagination. So I would literally take a marble. I mean, it just happened. I mean, this is just, I wasn't planning this, but so if I do an example, so if I imagine a little marble of color, and I'd go, and I take it down through the body, and if it didn't form a spiral, sometimes it would go it would miss a bit. So as I was going down, it might go and I'd be like, and so I really worked on creating that spiral until I got it, and it felt like I was clearing the chakras, my lower energy centers with that. And so toning has been really instrumental with the geometry. So it's coming at the same time.
It feels very powerful, and I would say that for whoever is listening, and also like probably like my experience is that I think it's important to keep an open mind to try different things, and then to see what works, because very often, I think in the beginning of learning this process, a lot of process, we just feel like, I need to stick to it, but then I don't feel, or I have different visualization or images that come, but actually in the end, like I like what you said, like about listening deeply to yourself, what works. So it's open invitation to try different routine, different practice, and see whatever works and whatever feels good. And
I'm totally aware that this this process may be completely bizarre and weird and doesn't work for a lot of people, but I do share it because it could work for people. So that's why I think it's really important to spread the word, because if it does help clear people's density, and that technique can be going into organs, it can go into your throat, and it's just been very helpful for me.
It is. I'm very fascinated in learning about this new toning, so I know I will be trying that out during the day, and then it's just fascinating. I know I say this for a lot. I think it just feels like it combines, like chakra system, meridians, energy, and vibration and sound healing, and just so beautifully multifaceted, this practice.
Yeah. I think toning and humming was that lovely. It's a lovely sound healer from America,
Jonathan Goldman. Yes,
he's very big on humming, and humming. My goodness! And even if you feel a bit of a cold coming and you hum, it brings all this energy into the throat, and it can really clear, I think, and stop a cold in its passages, because you're really bringing new energy to clear out all this area.
Yeah. The world is your oyster. Like, there are literally so many tools available, and simple, but it's just really about us have the intention to clear, to heal, or to shift the energy, and just fascinating.
Absolutely. And at the beginning of trying to find something new to fit into, after my Pilates, because I taught Pilates for about 10 years, and I just knew it wasn't right anymore for me. And I was searching and searching and searching, and I bought gongs and I bought bowls, and I was like, bought all this stuff because I thought that was the answer. My goodness, I feel that well, yes, of course they're wonderful. Bowls are wonderful. Gongs are wonderful. But personally, I've got to the stage where you don't need any of it. You don't need any of it. It's your throat can become the gong, and you can change the crystal within your throat so that you can start, if you want an amethyst in your throat, and you start expanding amethyst out into your tones. So I think as we become more multidimensional, and we become more crystalline, and we become more of our, we're bringing our light body in, you just have to set the intention, really. And then so it's been quite a journey from thinking, I need a huge gong, to now I'm like, nah, I don't need a gong anymore. We just need our bodies, really.
I'm sure many people are going through this similar journey, right? So in the beginning, I bought crystals and so many crystal balls and everything. What I hear is that it's really about the journey to come back to to embody more of our soul energy, more our light body, and to start working with our vessel. I mean, human body as a vessel, because it is it's a powerful instrument, our human body, with our voice, with our imagination, with our intention.
I think we've just only scratched the surface of our capabilities, really.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I'm so delighted that we have this conversation, and I would definitely encourage people who are curious about this movement, sacred movement, and about this movement alchemy, and this practice of working with sphere and energy, to check out on your website, your courses, and in the future. Yeah, I can feel that you have so much to share, and you're
Oh,
gonna benefit so many people with your practice,
oh,
your own wisdom, and your
well,
wisdom.
that's very kind, and it's been so lovely talking to you. So much fun, in fact. And
It's
what I love is our backgrounds are very green. We've both got green backgrounds.
it's time to connect to nature. Oh, thank you
Yes.
so much, Catherine. Such a
You.
delight to have you. And thank you for sharing with us the practices. I know I will be practicing them, like just to try out, and I know it will benefit me as well. So
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you. And until next time, we're looking forward to seeing you, and enjoy your life. Enjoy your awakening journey. Bye for now.